the original owner of the mark doesn't respond or doesn't do anything, then Meghan's probably going to be able to proceed.
Well, moving on to another trademark dispute. The United States Patent and Trademark Office has refused Meghan Markle's application to trademark the word archetypes. So in a non-final action filed on January 18th, the podcast production company Archwell Audio was informed that its application was being refused on the grounds that there was a likelihood of confusion with a trademark already in existence. She launched this podcast back in the spring of 2022, and she filed the application in March of 2022. The Patent and Trademark Office's initial refusal suggests that Meghan proposed trademark of archetypes is identical in appearance, sound, and meaning to one currently held by US-based project Miracle IP Holdings. So now it's interesting. They can either extend this, pursue the application, extend, or abandon it. So what does that mean? If you're already rejected, why would you kind of extend this even further?
Yeah, so kind of going back, we're learning more about patents and trademarks and intellectual property than I probably ever thought we'd know on this show. But so when it comes to trademarks, you submit your application to the Patent and Trademark Office. There's actually a lawyer, an attorney examiner that reviews it. So he or she will look at the mark and then look for the marks that are already registered with the Patent and Trademark Office and see, look, is there something similar here? If there is, they can reject it outright. They can ask for a response from the original owner of the trademark. And that seems to be what happened here. There's a substantially similar mark already in existence that's years old. So then the question is the owner of the mark, the original mark, are they going to enforce their rights? And if so, it's up to Meghan Markle and her team of lawyers to try to litigate it. And just like we talked about with Eminem, is it different? Is it substantially similar? Is there a likelihood of confusion? If they can kind of come to an agreement, great, then maybe both marks can coexist. And if not, that's when that litigation goes to that group of lawyers that actually hear these types of trademark disputes.
Got it. So it doesn't seem like the original archetype owner is really fighting this, though, right? As of right now.
They might not. And this is something we talked about during last week's show. I mean, if you have an intellectual property right, it's up to you to kind of enforce that right and police it. And if not, you've basically been deemed to abandon it, or people are going to use it. So it's very important for anyone who has that mark. If you want to kind of keep it, you got to tell the Patent and Trademark Office, no. You got to tell Meghan Markle and lawyers, no, cease and desist. All those letters that lawyers like to send. And then if there is no agreement, that's when the litigation ensues. But yeah, if the original owner of the mark doesn't respond or doesn't do anything, then Meghan's probably going to be able to proceed.
For more news, content, and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below and visit usmagazine.com.